Broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time for Veterans Business Radio. Brought to you by ATL Vets, providing the tools and support that help veteran-owned businesses thrive. For more information, go to atlvets.org. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Veterans Business Radio, and this is going to be a good one. But before we get started, it's important to recognize our sponsor, ATL Vets, inspiring veterans to build their foundation of success and empowering them to become the backbone of society after the uniform. For more information, go to atlvets.org. Today on the show, so excited to be talking to Corey and Kyle Sherman with Safety Systems Management. Welcome.
Hey, Lee, how are you today?
I am doing well. So excited to learn what you're up to. Tell us about Safety Systems Management. How you serving folks?
Great. So we specialize in wireless emergency notification systems. We're trying to change the industry norm in the construction field of the air horn being the main aspect of emergency notification on a construction site.
That seems a little outdated in today's world, but talk about kind of the genesis of the idea. How did this idea come about?
Yeah, so I was working on a 20-story high-rise in the Buckhead area in Atlanta with a national general contractor and ran a fire drill with the age-old air horn, and it took me over 45 minutes to get everybody off that building. And so it's like, man, there's got to be something better out there. And we couldn't find anything. And so me and my brother, who was a veteran, started working together on a design of the mobile communication tower to get deployed out into site to improve the industry standard and emergency action plans. And so that's how the idea was born.
And then how did you begin kind of getting the first people to make that switch? Because it seems like that air horn's been around for a minute.
Yeah, so we ran a few test pilots in the Atlanta area and proved that we could get people off the building faster than the air horns could.
So how much faster?
So we just installed on the JFK International Airport expansion. We did over 2,000 employees. Got them out within 10 minutes with our system deployed on site.
And what were what was kind of the amount of time that the previous system would have done?
Typically 20 to 30 minutes.
Wow. So, that's literally life or death.
Yes. And it's a moment's notice. So we try to say that we get real-time information out at the right time.
Now, when you're deploying your technology, what are some of the concerns that your clients are like? What are they obviously, when you explain it to them, it makes perfect sense, right? I would imagine intellectually, this is like a no-brainer for them to understand why your system's better. But any type of change like this is tricky. Can you share kind of how you have to educate them in order for them to make the switch?
Yeah, well, most safety guys that we encounter really love the idea, and they know that it is a gap in the construction industry. Tricky part is getting the money guys behind it, because usually an existing project already has a budget built out. So getting into a budget that's already existing is pretty tough. But you've got a lot of the general contractors out there that are in the process of changing their safety culture. And so that the safety side will trump sometimes the budget, and saying, hey, we need to get this product involved because we know it is a better product that will increase our safety.
Right. And then once it's in the budget, this time it's in the budget then, right? It's easier the next time.
Correct.
Now, your system it's wireless. Is that what makes it different?
Yes, it's wireless, operates off of radio frequency. Doesn't rely on cell phone or Wi-Fi to operate. And we can span large construction project that some of the other competitors cannot.
Now, is it deployed so it's just over the air that people hear the warning so they know they have to, evacuate? Or is it something that also combines that it's going to some people's cell phones? Is it a combination or is it just kind of just a wireless loud noise?
Yeah, it's a combination. So on the Audible side, we've got pre-recorded messages in English and Spanish. Everything from active shooter, lightning alert, tornado warning, fire evacuation, and then evacuation drills. You can do live voiceover, so a person can pick up the intercom and speak through to get any type of communication out. And we also have visual, so we've got LED strobe lights that come on when an event is activated, and LED signboards that can display a sign as well. So it's a myriad of different audible and visual, and it does have the capability of texting a group of people saying that an event has been activated.
Now, do you feel that there's a trend towards a more safety culture happening in today's world? It seems like every day there's some event that's happening that's not great, that's good for your business, but not great for, the people involved.
Yes, there are a lot of, emergency situations arising this day and age that a lot of people are not prepared for. And you've seen a trend in the industry trying to be reactive to it and trying to put something in place. So if something like that happens, then, they've got good emergency plan to deal with a situation like that.
So you started out focusing in on construction sites. Is it expanding? Is the roadmap expanding to other places as well?
Yes. So we do have some municipality interest. We do have general industry interest. That you've got an old warehouse that only has one horn for fire. These different emergency scenarios are popping up there as well. And so we do have some inroads into some other industries.
And you were able to get a patent for this, right? This is something that's kind of proprietary?
Yes, our mobile communication tower has a utility patent behind it. We've had that for about 3 years. And so it's been a value add to the company, being able to get that.
So did you start out, I know you're from Atlanta. Did you start out, kind of working in this area and region and then have expanded nationally?
Yes. So our first sales were in the Atlanta area. And now we are national. We've got sites from New York, Texas to Washington State.
So you're growing pretty rapidly?
Yes. For a small business, we've had growth over the past 3 years in a row.
Now, is this something that once you set it up for them that they're good, or do they have to hire you every time they have another construction site?
Usually, we can walk them through a setup over the phone if they reset it up again, but we can come out and help make sure everything's tested, working properly, and do a retraining if there's new people on site.
So it's not kind of a one-time sale. Like once you find a partner, anytime they or have another construction site, it's good for them to call you and include you.
Yes. And we do have a rental side as well. We do have some job sites that rent. And so they don't have to purchase if they would rather just rent if that fits their budget better.
Now, is there a sweet spot in terms of certain size construction?
So we are getting buy-in from a lot of large scale, your data centers, battery plants, items like that. But we've got some multifamily that are wood frame built that the fire risk is very high. Healthcare is a good spot we're looking at getting into with our FCC radio frequency. We've been approved to be on FBI job, a high security Air Force job in Warner Robins, because our system doesn't pick up any information. It basically just shoots out numbers, and if the powers that be want to monitor the frequency, they can. So where they don't allow like employees to have any type of Bluetooth or cell phone device, our system can come in and provide any type of emergency or communications they need on site.
Now, I know you're in the emergency business. Has this been tested in an actual emergency since you started?
We've had some semi emergencies, nothing like a big fire or anything, but it has worked where it has evacuated the building and got everybody out.
Just as it was promised to do.
Yes. So it works as promised.
So what do you need more of? How can we help you? Just trying to get on the radar of more, construction folks?
Yes, that's the plan. Get into front of any company that's willing to listen and know they need to fill the gap.
And then you're pretty much kind of industry agnostic, right? As long as, they're building and they feel that safety culture is important, they should have a conversation with you and somebody on the team.
Yes, absolutely.
So if somebody wanted to learn more, what's the website? What's the best way to connect with you?
Our website is www.safetysystemsmanagement.com, or you could go to www.nomoreairhorn.com.
Well, congratulations on all the success, Corey and Kyle. You're both doing such important work, and we appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to have a conversation with us.
All right, this is Lee Cantor. We'll see you all next time on Veterans Business Radio.